Hey guys, so you know how sometimes I just jump on and share like a really random, just kind of wild thought that goes through my heart and how it might apply in my life, and then I invite you to take a look at the potential for it to apply in your life, right? I want to do that tonight, okay? So I was getting my walk in and just thinking about what a spiritual walk means to me, okay? What is it these days? What does it feel like? How does it affect my everyday life? Okay, and sorry I kind of stumbled through that, but I want to be real with you in this talk, and this is not planned. This is just straight from my heart, okay? It hit me that the difference between what I experience today in today's journey, in today's walk, is a fountain. And that fountain is endless. It doesn't ever stop. There's never a time when the fountain or the well that I draw from is empty, okay? And there are times that I totally and completely am tapped into what God is all about, what He's doing on the earth, what He's doing in my life, what He's doing in the lives of my children, my friends and family, and that fountain is available for me to fill my cup from. And there are times when I completely do not even have a single conscious thought about what God's doing or what He's not doing, or how that applies to my life. So I say all that to say that even when I'm not even trying to pull from the well, it is still available. It never stops flowing into my life. That fountain is always available. And even if I'm not conscious about it, I'll feel the little splashes on my life. You ever stood next to a fountain? It's almost inevitable, if it's very big at all, that you're not going to get a few splashes on you. I can experience on a daily basis those splashes, even when I'm not looking for them. That's what life feels like today. I get it right, I get it wrong, but never is there a moment where the fountain is not available. That is so reassuring to me. That is so reassuring. An endless fountain to be able to quench the thirst of our life, to be able to provide comfort and support and rest, ever laid on a tube, on the river, on the lake, in the ocean, ever experienced floating. It's bliss. The fountain is always available, and I know it, okay? Before I figured out what grace really meant, what unconditional love really meant, this life was about crowns, and it was about jewels. And there were days that I wanted to do the right thing, and there were days that I only did it because of the whole crown jewel theory. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't some scripture that completely supports that you're racking up your crowns and you're racking up on your jewels. I'm not saying that. I'm speaking to my life. When I was in a works-based life, a works righteousness type of mentality, I really believed that every decision that I made for the good was storing up something in another time and place. And you can absolutely still think that in your life. For me, it was not producing life, because there were things that I did only because God said do them. There wasn't something inside of me that said yes. So then at the end of the day, I would question, was that God at all? Was I just following a certain rule that was laid down because I have to? because I'm God's child and I have to. I don't know about you, but I have teenagers and young adults and a 2-year-old grandbaby, and when there's a have-to situation, very rarely, it happens sometimes, but very rarely is there a true character behavior change for the good, for permanent. It usually results in them sneaking around, trying not to get caught, doing it to avoid pain, doing it just because they don't want to listen to you nag. But the beautiful moments come when you see your child do it because it's natural, and you see them draw from the well of your heart for them. That's the difference. I don't get it right all the time. I don't get it wrong all the time, thank goodness. Whew, Lord. But at the end of the day, I no longer think about jewels and crowns only because anything outside of this place, in this space, in this time, carries zero life. Why? Because when it gets here, it'll be the present. It'll no longer be the future. So thinking about the future, I'm not saying don't plan. I'm saying storing up your jewels and your crowns for heaven is causing you to miss what it tastes like to draw from the natural fountain of His love. When you put aside that you're storing up something in another time and place, and you drink from that well, you drink from that fountain, you drink from the living water, even when you don't realize it, it's overflowing in your life. Just a challenge, just a crazy rambling thought. I love you. Word.